Here we are, Sarah Burns and the Well, hello there. Here we are. It's Sarah Burns and the Invisibles. It's our 52nd episode. So I'm excited to see who pops on today. Here we are. I'm here in Salt Spring Island, BC, Canada. And so Ask the Invisibles is an opportunity for you to connect with me and my guides. I call them the Invisibles. I've been working with since I was a young girl. And we bring forth questions, or we're here to support questions that are for yourself, for the planet, or for humanity. So that being said, I usually start with the first question by myself, and I'm going to kind of pose that as people start trickling in, and then we will get to people in the order that they appear. So I'm just going to make sure that this is shared in the right place so people can see it. And I've just had a really full day so far. I've had 4 clients back to back, so I'm kind of just jumping on. Okay. So something that I've been feeling into is that feeling of missing the ball, right? Or I can give some context to that. So yesterday I had this experience where there was kind of this spaciousness. It's summer break, so my daughter's with me like all the time except for today. And I realized that there was this spaciousness in that, but there was this, in that spaciousness, I could feel more places that I could be of service. And I had this impulse to go visit someone. And I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to visit this person and pop in. And it was kind of this impulse, but I didn't have any foundation for it. I didn't have any like logical reason or mission. And it started making me explore like, wow, is it this society or this culture that I'm noticing I'm birthing through around needing to have some sort of agenda or plan or some sort of creative experience that we can come together with in order to meet each other and to create these dates. And whereas what I'm really excited about is how to just enliven this spontaneous connections, this unplanned, unagenda, this popping in, stopping in flow in my life. And so I actually found out that today, that same person that I was like, I really have to go see this person is actually in labor right now. So we're just sending strength and beauty to that process for her and her family and that little wee one. And for me, it was that experience of feeling that impulse to go and maybe help out. And I wasn't sure what, and then just like letting that drop. And as I'm an explorer of the psyche and explorer of human reactions, here I am today is exploring what is it when we have these impulses to be of service or to connect that can get kind of sideswiped by logic, right? Oh, they're probably not home. Oh, all these little voices, and how to honor when we have these inner guidance that is speaking to something, and what is it that gets in the way of that guidance for us, and how to kind of reclaim that connection and that way of engaging with these directions that life can want to take us on that might not be so practical. So that's going to be my question today. And as people are streaming on, I'm just trying to see if I can share this. If anyone wants to share this, I wasn't able to create a scheduled one, so I can't actually share it where I usually do. So it might just be a small group. So this is a question about how to move from logical, analytical thinking and strategy connection-based experiences to instinctual, trusting, allowing these natural impulses to take these natural impulses in our life. So that's my question, if there's any guidance that the invisibles have about that. Let me go. There are paths that are created, and these paths might be created by the mind, by logic, by the part of the being that wants to see the direction forward, so that they can evaluate, that one can evaluate how many steps, how much food is required for this journey. Should I prepare with a blanket? Should I prepare with these layers? This level of preparedness for life. But there's also the paths that are only created by following your inner guidance. Sometimes these paths are actually a path of the pioneer. And that in following these paths, in creating these paths that are not before you, you're actually pioneering a new way of listening and interacting with life. And in that new/ancient way, you are showing those around you that they can also dare to explore these ways of connecting. So for anyone out there that has lost sight of what it feels like to be impulsive and instinctually driven in a world with so much strategy, here's a prayer in a song. Ooh, I want me to sing. It goes, there are blind spots that cannot be seen by your back, but the eyes, they turn to them. And there is wisdom that cannot be woven and trapped, but the mind, it unravels it. So carry not your body onto the trail that you've been shown, but allow the trail within you to guide you through the unknown. Oh, pick up your feet like the path on the street, light your wine, light your way, light your one, light your way, light your one, and light your way. All right, well, that is a little song for you. And moving on, let's see. So the next question we have, oh, it's from Ona. Aw, the breakup. Hi, dear. Going through a breakup and wondering what guidance or insight I need right now. Would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to get to that. And so for those that are watching, I'm having a hard time being able to see what the link is to this so I can share it where I normally do. I was wondering if anyone could just like copy and paste this link for me and put it on the thread so I can share it. That would be awesome. Okay. So this is for you, Ona, my dear. Breakups, breakthroughs. That's interesting. I don't even understand what this means, but maybe you do. They're calling it like counseling your sheep. And it's like kind of the image that they're linking in my brain is almost these sheep that, you know, distract us, like the sheep that we count at nighttime when we're trying to go to bed, and it's just, it's like, okay, one sheep, two sheep, three sheep. And so it feels like finding a way to, yeah, just during this transition, how to notice when you need a distraction, right? Because breakups are really, they are kind of a lot of entangling. And a lot of that entangling can be mental, it can be emotional, it can even just be like getting comfortable to not having as much snuggles. And so in this, if there's a way for you to like counsel your sheep, so counsel your distractions. So um, how do I? It seems kind of funny. Oh, hi, Viola. Hmm. I think maybe what they're getting at too with this idea of counseling your sheep is to notice too if there are possibly ways that you are, so it can go in two directions, either to create more distractions to like, focus on other things, or it can be the opposite of you're creating, there's certain distractions that are trying to, get you on with the next phase, right? Like, okay, I'm here, I'm in the thick of it. Or same thing with, children trying to go to sleep. It's like, I just want to sleep. And the sheep are there to kind of distract you a bit so that your mind can forget about wanting to sleep and just go into sleep. And so it feels like maybe there is something right now of like, I just want to transition out of this and like move through this. But counseling your sheep might be a bit about, yeah, how to sit with what's happening right now, and yeah, and learn from it. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm having kind of a hard time reading the rest of it because I'm feeling other people that I want to that are wanting to check in. But so for you, yeah, just whatever that means to you, because I don't totally understand it, but find ways of counseling your sheep, counseling your distractions, finding the wisdom in those distractions that you've possibly been creating for yourself. Maybe those distractions were also being in a relationship. Sometimes that's the case as well. So honoring yourself for whatever this transition is doing and creating space for in your life doesn't mean that it's easy. But sending love to you, my dear. So moving on, we've got Kimberly here. Hi, Kimberly, and we've got Viola. I'm trying to see if I can just give me a moment, everyone. I'm trying to navigate this. I hope you're all doing so beautifully here. I mean, I'm here in Canada. I realize that in the States it's July 4th. Oh my goodness. So sending prayers to whatever that lineage is that have created America. May there be reconciliation in beautiful, important, profound ways. Okay, so I'm going to get next with Viola. Hi, sweetie. So, what do we say here? Hello, everyone. Feeling so deeply. Feel the power, like power of projection and intuition testing me. Want to trust the heart and don't fear hurt. Keep thinking, I feel no evil walking the valley of my own shadow. Mm. I know, isn't that an interesting thing? The heart is such a place of expansion and glory and connectivity and intuition, but it also once it if it creates that story of pain in it, then you have to work with that fear of hurting that part of ourselves, that delicate part, that expansive part of it. Ah, so for you, let's see what they've got to say. And hello, Donnie. Way to pop on. So sometimes when you come to a place in yourself, when you are meeting, as you said, projection versus intuition, there's a way of honoring both parts of oneself, honoring the mind that is creating these stipulations, honoring the intuition, honoring the heart, which feels that path beyond what's available. But in order to honor that, there needs to be that middle path. Sometimes when people focus too much on one or the other, there isn't space for that middle path. And that can be where, like Sarah did earlier, this dropping of the ball, where no one wins, where intuition doesn't get a space, and where the logic also doesn't get space. Almost this limbo land. So for you, we want you to let go of any agenda to succeed in the ways that success means to you. Because being okay with the situation doesn't always necessarily mean success. Sometimes that success that you're actually seeking is to truly feel where this pain is coming from and giving space to listen to that origin, to reevaluate the story that is playing over and over in a deep level. It's in creating that space for that story to come to the surface, to not feel that it's banished. That can be where success stems from. Of course, not to get too deep in the story that you lose the actual instinct that brought you to the place of desiring to open. But for you, we have a homework or an activity. And this can go for anyone that this relates to. Okay, so they're showing you this image of this chestnut. And let's see what they're trying to show me. Okay, so this is a game. So this is a game to practice your instincts and your impulses and following your heart. So they're saying, I mean, you don't have to have a chestnut. If you could have a chestnut, for some reason they're really all about a chestnut, but have something. It's kind of a fun game where you can, whether it's a chestnut or maybe a little stone or something that, a chestnut doll. Do you have a chestnut doll? She says chestnut doll. Do you have a chestnut doll? If so, that'd be really cool. Because yeah, the game they're showing is like using this as like almost you used to. Cool. What happened to it? I'm curious because yeah, there I saw this image of you used to make them. What? That's perfect. Keep making them. You might be hard to find chestnuts, but they're showing me this image of like I saw this image of this chestnut and you like holding it, but if it's a chestnut doll, it'd be even more fun. And when you're ready, setting the intention that, you know, the seventh person or whatever, you can play a game with it, the seventh person that you see today, or the seventh person that messages you, or whatever number you want, or the seventh person that comes to your mind today, you know, something like that. And then once that happens, you send that, or you find that person and you give them this chestnut doll, or you give them this thing. And in that giving, you create an opportunity to have a conversation, to be instinctual, and to create new patterns in yourself. Where, and this is all kind of new. I'm trying to gauge what they're saying, but and those patterns can be even just like, okay, I'm going to, whoever this seventh person is, create an interaction with them because that's part of the game. And if you want, you can also even refine that intention before figuring out that seventh person to say, you know, I'm setting the intention that the seventh person is going to have something important for me to hear, or I'm going to be able to offer them something of importance, or there's something that we need to share together. So you kind of refine what the game is for the universe to play with. And I'd love to hear if anything interesting comes up, because kind of what they're showing me is that for you, it's like creating these new patterns of instinct and action are really important, where instinct and action meet, right? And create a reaction. And so having something like that, if you had a doll, it'd be really sweet too, because it would be something that you put creativity into, and it could be kind of this spontaneous gifting process. So, I mean, take it or leave it, but that's more important right now for you, is to working on your impulses and putting in your intentions, and then following through with the rules of the game you play. So there you go, my dear. And blessings on your journey with this great dance. So the next question we have is from Donnie. Hi, Donnie. And so Donnie says, advice on my relationship. Thank you. And my finances. Might as well for everyone. Let's see what we get to. All right. Oh, what did she say? So Donnie, it's interesting. Like I saw, I feel like this is the theme today, not necessarily of, take you off here. I kind of saw like these almost like, I'm curious, maybe this is something, sometimes I just wish we could all talk here, because there's a lot of pieces that I don't get to hear. But it's like I saw that there was like almost these energetic cords, and I don't know if this person has children or if they have like somebody or old relationship. It feels maybe more like it's going through children. I'm not sure, but it feels like there's these cords of connection that are, I'm yawning. I've been doing so many sessions today. Let's see. Yeah, it's like these, like when I see them, they look almost like umbilical cords. And it feels like they're, whatever these cords are, it's coming from this relationship that you're in. They're going not from you, but from this other person. And it feels like they are only affecting your relationship, because there isn't the same level of attention possibly, or attentiveness. Like I'm kind of just seeing that there just isn't that the amount of presence that maybe you desire, or even the relationship desires, or even that person desires possibly. But some of it feels like it's because there's some sort of, and like how I'm seeing this energetic course, it feels like it feels old. So I don't know. That's why I'd love to talk with you and be like, where is this coming from? Because in that oldness, or it can be when we have these connections that are very established, they can be generally taking energy, kind of like if it was a child, or they can be working with our attention span and working with our presence, which is natural. But it feels like there needs to be some way of creating space where there's like an agreement that you guys are able to just really focus together, without, even if there's, I mean, I think I've suggested this before, where you can, even if it's like a game or an activity where you're like, okay, we're going to open this door, and when we enter into the door, it's just going to be you and me, maybe some of your spirit guides, and all these other people that we're connected to and people we might have cords with, all those connections get to like wait outside of this room so that we can really be here together, because it feels like maybe there's some cords from you, but it feels more from this person, that there's something that's not siphoning, but just like pulling away some of the energy and their presence that they could have for the relationship. If that's not on point, then please share. But I would love, I feel like I'm more curious about getting more details on what I'm seeing. And that's something that I don't know if we really can do all the way on texting. So blessings to that. And so I don't really feel like getting into, actually, seems like there's only a few of us left, and I'm actually feeling quite tired because I've been having sessions all day. And if there's no one else, I might just go home because I have my daughter in childcare, and I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take care of myself and go home because I'm starting to get tired, sleepy, and yawny while I'm trying to support you all. So we're gonna have a short Ask the Invisibles today, and just wanting to thank you all for popping on, and very much on point. Okay. So thank you all for popping on, and just love that you guys are here and that you are somewhere doing what you need to do for this planet, offering your work to this world. So until next, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Aloha.